Welcome back. A look around Middle Georgia right now, mainly in the low 50s, couple upper 40s out there again. As I mentioned earlier, we're actually kind of close right now to where our overnight lows are probably going to be. I would not expect them to be tomorrow morning. If that were the case, we probably wouldn't have to deal with a severe weather threat. Here's a look at the radar. Not much going on in Middle Georgia. It's a couple small showers, but a little more active just to the west. So got any evening plans, definitely want to make sure to have that rain gear ready to go. This is the mess that we are following off to the west right now. You can see this red shaded area along Louisiana into Texas. That's a tornado watch. I expect there to be more of those issued further eastward as we continue through tonight. A lot of lightning, over 5,000 bolts on your screen as of right now. Tonight's low making 48 degrees. That's not going to be too long from now. Wind gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour tonight, and that wind coming in from the southeast. So here are your lows. I mean, technically speaking, yes, they are still low temperatures. Not, when they occur that makes it a low. It's just as long as it's your low number of the day, it is your low. Just that tonight, because we had the cold, warm front coming through ahead of tomorrow's cold front, that's why the low is early. So here's your threat for tomorrow. Level 3 includes most of the region. Level 2 for the northwestern counties, mainly in regards to wind for this threat. So we're talking straight line wind gusts, more than 30% odds that most of this region is going to deal with severe gusts as we go through tomorrow. We're talking 60 plus mile per hour gusts, sustained speeds that could get over 50 with some storms. No hail risk, luckily, but there is a tornado threat we do need to be aware of. 10% for the southwestern counties, most of us around 5%, and then 2% for our northernmost counties. So what are we looking at here? We've got this mess of rain overnight ahead of this warm front coming in, and then here's the cold front as we get into tomorrow. What I want to point out here is these winds at the surface, and this is really why we have this tornado threat. The winds are coming in from the southeast, okay? So you've got those coming up this way. Then you've got winds higher up in the atmosphere that are coming in like this out of the west. So all of a sudden you've got wind coming from that way and this way. That is a lot of room to start spinning. A lot of times we'll see the surface wind out of the southwest. That cuts that in half and helps to limit that rotation potential. Unfortunately, that's not what we're dealing with as we go through tomorrow. Granted, the main tornado threat will be in the line, so brief, but still, any tornado is bad news. So here we go. Through tonight, widespread rain. That is not going to do a whole lot of anything except potentially add to a flash flooding concern tomorrow. Because now all of a sudden, we're going to have upwards of an inch of water standing in a lot of places as the main line comes in heading into tomorrow. Notice these wind gusts over 30 miles per hour as we go through the early morning parts and into tomorrow. Here is that line. Again, with the wind shear, which is that change in wind direction and speed with height, there's plenty of that. That's what's driving this tornado threat. You're going to have this line, and yes, there's going to be straight line winds with it, but embedded in that line, you could have a few areas where spin-up tornadoes happen. I mean, those can still get up to like EF2, and unfortunately, it does seem that that risk will be highest in our southern counties. So please be weather aware tomorrow morning. Have ways to get warnings and know your safe place. Lowest level of your house. No windows. Interior room. Your extended forecast is coming up in 10 seconds. The 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. Following tomorrow's strong storms, Wednesday and Thursday are both looking really good. Friday, more storms are expected. Pretty pleasant but windy weekend. Maybe more rain next Monday.